Hello everyone, this is Jim Okozinski with a brief review of this semester's syllabus. I just want to run through some of the main sections and point out some of the policies and information that are a priority that you should be aware of. One thing I want to point out, in a 1101 class at COD meets the criteria for Illinois Articulation Initiative, which is the IAIC 1900 number at the top of the syllabus here. It's important that we meet that criteria so this course transfers to any university in the state of Illinois. And we have the links here for our resources. Our textbooks would be the writing guide from OpenStax. You'll hear me refer that and put up links. You can use your COD email address to register for your free copy. Also, the Essay Basics Handbook. It's a Google Doc that will help you with some of the essay basics and some of the criteria and strategies that I am looking for in the particular class. So we can look through both of those. We'll have the basic information here as far as course descriptions, general course objectives, and topical outlines, all provided by the college. You may want to look through that. Academic assistance is always available at COD and the course inquiry. A quick section that you should be familiar with is the discourse community, my conversation on that. There is also a section in the Essay Basics Handbook you may want to read about the discourse community, and we'll cover that as we move into week 2. Here is the grading percentile. It's pretty much standard for the course. All coursework has to be submitted to Blackboard and through the appropriate assignment. I do not accept emailed assignments or do not grade outside of Blackboard, so be aware of that. Here, be aware of the projects. We have to have 4 writing projects as mandated by the state to achieve that IAI criteria, so be aware of how we break down the individual assignments. Not yet ready for grading is an important policy there to take a look at. And then be aware as we move through the course about first drafts and peer reports for our last project, which is the literature review. Now, discussion board activity accounts for 15% of your overall course grade, so you want to be aware of that activity and on a weekly basis. We're just going to use that primarily for some brainstorming and thinking and building as a formative assessment. And then, of course, be aware of the late coursework policy. I will take late coursework subject to penalty, but I will take all coursework through the 5 weeks of this particular course. Email policy is important, and more so than that, the AI policy for the community college student. I believe in using AI as a tool. Be aware that you must disclose and reflect on it. On certain assignments where you do use AI, we can use that for brainstorming, researching, gathering information, or summarizing, some complicated texts. But be aware of its use. Remember, there is an academic policy here at the college. What I have also is some of the college policies, like the withdrawal policy you want to be aware of. Incompletes, as I mentioned before, the academic honesty and consequences policy, plagiarism in the ADA notice. So I'm going to scroll to the end of the tentative schedule here. Basically, throughout the 5 weeks, we will have an essay assignment to do each week for the first 3, and then we'll spend week 4 and 5 working on the literature review. That'll be the research and writing, all right? You'll notice in the schedule I have a Tuesday, Friday, Sunday due date each week. You can plan your life around those particular days, all right? So this is a brief overview of the syllabus and its policies. You want to make yourself aware of the ones that I've highlighted. And if you have any questions or issues, please send me an email. Good luck.